Remember when I said earlier, I've never seen so many cowards and black men in this business? I would have to put my brother Tyler Perry. What is that black dick connected to? That black man?
Mr. Perry comes in, everything changes. So we literally run the entire episode for him, and he hates it. He says, you know, I want Jeffrey to be gay, and he has a crush on his bully. That's not what I auditioned for. What?
And I just asked Tyler. Tyler made it clear that he said, look, no one can know the what? Tyler Perry is not going to change.
Music mogul Diddy and well-known preacher TD Jakes are the two individuals engaged in the shocking audio clip that Monique released, which rocked Hollywood. It is not your typical celebrity drama. It's a story about power battles, unspoken secrets, and having the guts to stand out. Controversy is nothing new to Monique. She has always had the guts to challenge the biggest names in the field. Do you recall when, after her Oscar victory for Precious, she accused Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry of attempting to ruin her career? Her audacious assertions provoked heated discussions over equity and openness in the entertainment sector. She is now focusing on the shady activities that go place inside Diddy's organization. Prepare yourself as we get into the specifics and examine the fallout from Monique's unafraid disclosures. People are putting up theories and even proof that P. Diddy was romantically involved with Pastor TD Jakes. Diddy and TD Jakes are seated at the table here.
There is speculations and even evidence that people are bringing out saying that P. Diddy had a relationship with Pastor TD Jakes. Here is TD Jakes eating at the table with P. Diddy, okay? Now, somebody might say, oh, what's the big deal? Jesus ate with sinners. This is not the same. When Jesus ate with sinners, Jesus, the righteousness of God and the fallacies of man, and see what he had to say about TD Jakes.
And you so-called modern church-going fakers, you look just like the sinner, you act just like the sinner, that's right, and you think just like the sinner.
So he's saying there's no separation of what you think and what people that don't know God or don't believe in him think.
That's why you find TD Jakes hanging out with Puff Daddy.
Come on, man, let's be real. What man is going to put his head on another man's shoulder that he does?
People are talking about what really happened behind the scenes, and the facts are creating a lot of drama.
At least once a week.
Hello, I just want to speak up on TD Jakes and P. Diddy. First off, anyone that attends a mega church, there's something wrong. He's no different than any man walking the street. He's a man.
This audio's content is unquestionably explosive, with noises and talks that don't exactly present Diddy and TD Jakes in a positive light. Word on the street is that this video might seriously harm their reputations, even if the specifics are being kept secret. This isn't your typical celebrity rumors, it's raising serious concerns about morality and behavior among the wealthy. For those who don't know, Diddy's notorious freak-off parties are well known for their exclusivity and luxury, and they often draw well-known guests. Monique's remarks are made much more intriguing by the implication that something untoward may have happened during one of these gatherings. She is demonstrating her commitment to openness and accountability by making the audio public, particularly in a field that relies heavily on secrecy. Bishop TD Jakes is apparently making every effort to control the consequences in response, with his staff quickly rejecting any wrongdoing and highlighting the importance of safeguarding his ministry and reputation. Fired at Diddy's parties. Some participants reported seeing situations that can only be characterized as chaotic and unsettling. And now recordings have emerged that reportedly show Jakes at these exact gatherings, raising even more concerns about his role.
Of course.
It's clear that Monique was under a lot of pressure to keep quiet, but her refusal to back down shows how far influential people can go to preserve their reputation. Even if Jakes uses tactful wording to minimize the accusations without exacerbating them, the revelation of this recording has still brought him into the public eye and caused some to doubt his moral character. Some people are still dubious about the efforts to refute Monique's allegations, questioning what's really going on behind the scenes. However, Monique views speaking out as evidence of her bravery and will to expose the truth. Given their wildly disparate upbringings, Bishop TD Jakes and Diddy may seem to be an improbable combination. While Diddy is well known for his music empire and ostentatious lifestyle, TD Jakes is a well-known preacher who leads a sizable congregation and is noted for his spiritual beliefs. The two have drawn attention when they have been seen together at Diddy's lavish events in spite of these disagreements. Many people question why a preacher who teaches morals and religion can be found in such lavish, often contentious environments. Given that Diddy is a major force in TV and music, particularly with Revolt Media, some people theorize that TD Jakes may be taking advantage of these chances to network with prominent people in the entertainment sector. Some speculate that Jakes may be attempting to use his relationship with Diddy to reach a wider audience by fusing spiritual teachings with pop culture. However, given his position as a moral leader, it is questioned whether a man of religion should go to parties that are notorious for their excesses. He must strike a careful balance between upholding his convictions and avoiding the limelight. TD Jakes is being subtly drawn into the drama surrounding Diddy, who is dealing with significant legal issues. TD Jakes isn't legally connected, but his connection to Diddy has aroused interest. Diddy's legal troubles have been categorically rejected by Jakes' crew, who have emphasized that the pastor always maintains his high moral standards, regardless of who he is seen with. On the other hand, Monique has her own thoughts about TD Jakes' attendance at Diddy's events. She implies that it goes beyond simple socializing, raising the possibility of dubious activities or reciprocal attempts to improve their public perceptions. According to some conspiracy theories, their alliance may even be a premeditated attempt to control their reputations. Being connected with TD Jakes might help Diddy improve his own image because of his well-respected standing, particularly in the African American community. These conjectures bring up significant issues about the relationship between influence, power, and ethics in the religious and entertainment sectors. It may be challenging to balance popularity with religion, particularly when it comes to upholding moral values in the face of fame and fortune.
We know he's going to the Diddy parties, and I know that it's I know what usually happens at the Diddy party, or what we told us happened at the Diddy parties. Maybe he needs to see it for himself, man. Maybe he needs to go there.
Monique's statements are given a lot of credence by Jean Deal's evidence of seeing TD Jakes at Diddy's events. Jean, who is close to Monique and has experience in the entertainment business, acknowledged in public that she saw TD Jakes at Diddy's parties. This lends credence to Monique's claims and raises the possibility that TD Jakes may be interacting with people who don't align with his reputation as a religious leader. Monique's assertions have been constant, according to John Deal's report, which calls into doubt TD Jakes' participation in these secular scenes and the implications for his moral standing. By revealing their personal stories, Monique and Jean Deal give the scenario a more serious tone and compel us to examine TD Jakes' relationships with people like Diddy in more detail. Their combined testimony highlight the link between religious leaders and the secular world and make the accusations more difficult to dismiss. TD Jakes and his group, however, have vehemently refuted the allegations, saying that any misconduct is untrue. In response, Jakes has emphasized that he always conducts himself in a morally and professionally responsible manner, particularly when interacting with Diddy and other such individuals. By confronting these allegations head-on and restating his dedication to moral principles, he is committed to upholding his integrity. Nonetheless, a lot of people are having trouble balancing TD Jakes' public persona with his alleged attendance at these contentious events. It begs the issue of how someone like Diddy can be connected to someone regarded as a moral authority. The public's opinion of TD Jakes and how Christian leaders handle their relationships with the entertainment industry will be greatly influenced by his reaction as this scandal develops. This circumstance also brings to light larger issues with accountability and transparency in religious organizations, especially when their leaders are associated with media-driven and secular societies. The entertainment industry is notoriously ruthless, revealing celebrities' personal problems one after another. Given its purported connections to the demonic beginnings of music, some contend that the music industry wins. The movie business, however, doesn't seem to be falling behind. And you know who's causing trouble? Monique. Tyler Perry is the target of her apparent crusade to reveal the truth. Rumor has it that she will soon reveal why Tyler Perry may surpass Diddy in the realm of dirty laundry. That's making some serious tea. We're all familiar with the outrageous tales about Diddy's alleged mistreatment of those ladies. It's possible that Tyler Perry, the well-liked producer and director, is worse than Diddy if anybody is making disparaging remarks about him. Isn't that crazy? In any case, if you're interested in the specifics and how Tyler Perry defeats Diddy, stay tuned because this is going to be incredible. Several months ago, Monique took the stage at the Apollo Theater and blasted Oprah Winfrey, director Lee Daniels, and Tyler Perry for allegedly excluding her from Hollywood. When the Oscar-winning actress spoke out about her tense relationships with Perry, Daniels, and Winfrey, she was doing her comic thing. Do you remember her from Daniels' 2010 movie Precious? Since then, she has only appeared in 4 movies, which she attributes to their whiteballing. She originally revealed that she had been blackballed by this trio back in 2015. In response, Daniels informed The Hollywood Reporter that her relationship with Hollywood worsened because Monique's expectations during Precious didn't always line up with the campaign. Therefore, Monique spilled more beans during her Apollo performance, stating that, in her opinion, the phrase blackballed isn't completely accurate. "What is that black D connected to that black man?" she asked. "I wasn't blackballed, so no. Some black Ds without balls whiteballed me. I am grateful, Mr. Lee Daniels. I am grateful, Mr. Tyler Perry. Miss Oprah Winfrey, thank you." She went on, "You speak too effing much, Monique, as they like to say. I would die if I didn't tell the truth. I'm not being paid equally by you. I'm not being treated fairly by you. If I had a D, you could suck it." In 2009, for example, Monique had planned to conduct a publicity tour for the film Precious, which was co-produced by Tyler Perry and Oprah. They intended to capitalize on the excitement around her Oscar nomination, but the worst part was that they had no intention of paying her for the tour, and she was already exhausted from shooting. Monique made the decision to take a break with her family and forego the tour. It seemed to be a simple call, and everyone was on board. "I'm doing a talk show, Oprah," she added. "A comedy tour is what I'm doing. I have infants and a host band. I'm going to capitalize on the fact that I have a rather weak squad. Since I'm not required to go someplace, I'm not going anywhere. I've fulfilled my obligation." Thus, we both decided to disagree. That was it. The next thing I know, I'm seen as challenging and difficult to collaborate with. After a few weeks, all of a sudden, news reports begin to surface, portraying Monique as difficult to work with. Suddenly, even though she won an Oscar for her performance in Precious, no one wanted to cast her. Just picture all of your effort being wasted. As Monique began to piece things together, she became aware that someone was trying to harm her. She said that beloved director Lee Daniels acknowledged she was blackballed for not playing the system in a recent interview with The Hollywood Reporter. Monique even criticized Tyler Perry and Oprah for their unanswered apologies. "I will cancel the show if you don't want your brother on it," she added.
She said, "If you don't want me to have your brother on the show, I will cancel the show. No show will happen. But I wanted to call you up to see how you felt first." Now I begin to see commercials with my brother, my mother, my father, and my other brother.
Monique revealed on Comedy Central a few months after the press tour fiasco how Oprah had asked her parents and brother Gerald on her program. The backstory is as follows. In a 2008 interview with Essence, Monique spoke candidly about how her brother sexually assaulted her while she was between the ages of 7 and 11. When Monique told Oprah about her tense connection with her parents as a result of the SA, Oprah seemed to sympathize. Monique stated she was okay with Oprah inviting Gerald but didn't want to be part of it. When the time came for the recording, Monique was taken aback by the advertisements that featured her family. Pretending to care, Oprah had broken her promise. Oprah gave Monique nothing in response to her demand for an apology. Not even a public or private apology. Today, Monique is still waiting for that apology, and it doesn't help that Tyler Perry and Oprah are friends. Some people believe she is only seeking attention, while others believe Perry and the group should apologize to her. It's obvious that Monique and Tyler are at odds, and she's not holding back. She is said to be out to reveal all of his secrets. Furthermore, it's not unusual that she could have inside knowledge given her extensive experience in the field. Shall we get right into this delicious drama? Now, being in the limelight is nothing new to Tyler Perry. With his Medea series, he won the jackpot and shook up the theatrical industry in Atlanta. Let's face it, however, his trip hasn't been easy. Rumor has it that his ego may have grown a little out of hand, resulting in arguments even with powerful people like Oprah. To succeed in Hollywood, you have to play a few dubious cards, don't you? Tyler Perry also seems to be familiar with the process. Okay, so Tyler Perry made his TV debut with the popular comedy House of Pain after dominating the movie Office. However, things became complicated after obtaining a lucrative syndication agreement and a spin-off called Meet the Browns. Deadline claims that Perry sparked controversy in the business by firing 4 writers who wanted union contracts. It didn't look good. Writer Terry Brown Jackson told Deadline, "I feel like we were used, and I was slapped in the face. We were competent enough to produce more than 100 episodes. However, he now chooses to let us leave unless we accept a terrible deal in order to gain from the show's syndicating and other spin-offs." According to House of Pain's lead writer, Kelly Griffin, she wasn't going down easily. "Even while I hope this battle results in something beneficial for us, it's a good thing if it helps future Black authors get the recognition they deserve." However, how did Perry react? His union problems didn't end there, despite his assertion that he now writes everything himself. Because Perry's production firm refused to sign those union contracts, actor unions SAG-AFTRA and Actors Equity went all out in 2015 and banned their members from seeing Perry's play, Medea on the Run. It seems that Perry's profit-making strategy isn't getting the support of everyone in the industry.
I have an entire new script with all new lines, pages and pages and pages. I have an hour to learn this stuff. My agent was like, absolutely not. If Brandon doesn't feel comfortable with playing this character, then he can walk from this, because you don't have to do anything that you don't feel comfortable doing.
Get ready for this one now. According to some straight men, he's driving them into bullshit, which is affecting their careers. Drama? Huh? Actor and voice coach Brandon Jay said on TikTok that the most difficult job he has ever had was taping a single episode of Perry's Meet the Browns. A day on Perry's set is equivalent to a week of filming anywhere else, according to Jay, who also claims that Perry is infamous for forcing performers to memorize last-minute script revisions. Jay reveals everything about his audition for the part of Jeffrey, a tormented high school boy. Get this, then. When the actor realized that Tyler Perry wasn't feeling comfortable with the original script, everyone had to quickly memorize new lines that were selected by the boss himself. Jay claims that Perry went completely spontaneous, revising the whole screenplay on the spot and giving the performers their lines. Get this, too. Perry would drop the "you're fired" bomb if you didn't see it right away. However, it doesn't end there. Perry abruptly decides that Jay's character would be effing crushing on his high school bully as Jay is scrambling to learn those new lines. That's exactly what Jay didn't sign up for during his audition. "I want Jeffrey to be gay and have a crush on his bully," Perry reveals. Crazy, right? As Jay reveals in the second half of the story, his first response was to confront his agent, who essentially told him, "You don't have to take this if you're not cool with it." However, after giving it some serious thought, Jay concluded that it was an opportunity he didn't want to pass up. Jay thus performed the part, even though Perry added a last-minute surprise and made the character homosexual.
Literally got, at the same time this person was harassing me for years. Multiple young Black men on the payroll, and they just had to show up when he requested them to be there.
However, new rumors that Tyler may be taking advantage of younger Black guys in the business add complexity to the story. With a heartfelt Instagram video on power abuse in the industry, Christian Keys fanned the flames. He told a prominent guy about his own traumatic experience, and the man reportedly boasted about having many young Black males working for him. The internet has gone crazy attempting to make connections, even though Christian didn't mention names. Here's the twist now. From the 2005 film Diary of a Mad Black Woman to the most current television series All the Queen's Men, Christian and Tyler Perry have collaborated for over 20 years. Naturally, many are curious as to whether Tyler Perry is the enigmatic character in Christian's tale. Let's be honest now. All of them are only conjectures, and only Christian Keys is certain of the identity of that influential individual. He claimed to have collected evidence, covertly recorded some material, and given it to the authorities. The riddle may thus be solved in a few days or weeks. Notwithstanding Christian's circumstances, Tyler Perry has been accused of a number of other things, including dismissing writers without warning, creating cliché characters, and reinforcing negative stereotypes about Black women. Thus, cultural critic Jamila Lemieux penned an open letter to Tyler Perry after the success of House of Pain and Meet the Browns, which was then broadcast by NPR. Lemieux bluntly expressed her disapproval of Perry's usage of stereotypes in his work. Through her, the nation has mocked Mother Dear, the adored matriarch, one of the most significant figures in the Black community, she added. Mother Dear being portrayed by a 6'8" guy with a prosthetic bee flapping in the breeze is something I just cannot comprehend. That is much less than what our moms and grandparents deserve. Our grandfathers and dads deserve more. Don't they? I respect that you told the Hollywood elite to kiss your ass, Mr. Perry. But a lot of black people have voiced some of the same opinions about your work as white reviewers do. I continue to believe that a large portion of today's content is coonery buffoonery, and I am aware of how profitable it is. Who else joined the critiquing party, you ask? Spike Lee, the director of the movie. He didn't hesitate to criticize Perry for such cliché traits. Spike believes that by removing such flat characters from Perry's record-breaking but, in his own words, prejudiced and stupid films, the industry may improve. Thus, Tyler Perry's character portrayals and casting decisions are drawing criticism and igniting discussions about his whole business strategy. Some claim that Perry often casts white people as the heroes of his movies while casting dark-skinned actors as villains. Chris Rock even weighed in, pointing out a trend in Perry's films. Rock observed that Perry's films lacked many respectable and decent black lovers. He used Tupac Shakur as an example to emphasize his argument, stating that Perry's movies might benefit from a little more diversity in the portrayal of its characters. He said that if he were still living, Tupac may be a prominent figure in politics, but he might also be playing the villainous dark-skinned lover in a Tyler Perry film at the moment. Chris Rock was stating that Tupac, who was well known throughout his rap career, may not get a hero part if he was cast in a Tyler Perry movie. Rock believes that Tupac would have very little chance of being featured as a hero given Perry's typical casting decisions. Just Rock expressing his opinions on the Tyler Perry movie world. I hope he's a senator, he said, but he might be kicking Jill Scott down a flight of stairs. Thus, Chris Rock and Spike Lee agree when they say that Tyler Perry's narrative and casting decisions may be influencing the success of certain films because of prejudices. Both of them are wondering how the movie business may be affected by this way of thinking. And what do you know? This colorism phenomenon isn't exactly a stranger to Hollywood. Hollywood has been under criticism lately as a result of media campaigns and hashtags that are going viral and exposing some really dubious practices. Do you recall Harvey Weinstein? Indeed, in 2017, he was among the first prominent figures to bring the profession into the public eye with accusations of abuse. In a recent documentary, the dark underbelly of Hollywood is shown, with power brokers reportedly taking advantage of budding performers. Let's fast forward to the Me Too movement and the current wave of scandals plaguing Hollywood. The Oscar So White campaign is advocating for more diversity and acknowledgement for people of color and underprivileged groups, while Kevin Hart resigned as host of the 2019 Oscars due to his homophobic statements.